there's another Native American who speaks to the same topic in his own language. So again, it's interesting that we're beginning with the Native American tradition here. This fellow's named Broken Walk. He too was a Vietnam veteran. He volunteered to go to war at 17, and this is what he said, this quote: "There's a difference between being a soldier and being a warrior. Don't ever get these two confused. When I was in the Army, I was a soldier. I was a puppet, doing whatever anybody told me to do, even if it meant going against what my heart told me was right. I didn't know nothing about being a warrior until I hit the streets and marched alongside my brothers for something I really believed in. When I found something I believed in, a higher power found me." That's it. That's the story. The higher power found him. So Broken Walk quit being a soldier and became a warrior, following his own soul's orders, not his officers. And he also went to jail for some of the marching and protesting that he did. Shongyat Trungpa talks about the sad and tender heart of the warrior. So in these stories, now Hafiz, the great 14th century Sufi mystic, also talks about the warrior in very powerful language. And he talks about the seeing the foot soldier go mad and excruciating pain. You see, the soldier is given a specific task. Here's a gun, kill or be killed. It's quite a clear task. The warrior has a different task. This is Hafiz from the 14th century Sufi tradition. It is the naive person who thinks we are not engaged in a fierce battle. For I see and hear brave foot soldiers all around me going mad, falling on the ground in excruciating pain. But you could become a victorious horse person, carrying your heart through the world like a life-giving sun, S-U-N, but only if you and God become sweet lovers. Become sweet lovers. So there is a difference between the soldier and the warrior. The warrior is a lover. The warrior is a lover with what Trungpa says, with a sensitive heart. The warrior has done his or her heart work. This is why warriorhood and mysticism go together, because mysticism is the development of our heart as well. Now Hafiz goes on in describing the work of the warrior. He says, "The warriors tame the beasts in their past, so that the knight's hooves can no longer break the jeweled vision in the heart." Now again, we're back to the heart, the jeweled vision in the heart. We all have a jeweled vision in our heart. But the past comes at us, which is with its knight's hooves. The past may be racism, it may be genocide, it may be abuse, it may be family failure or dysfunction. We all carry a past. It may be not just a personal past, it may be an ethnic past. The Irish have their knight hooves to deal with. The Native American have theirs. African American have theirs. All people carry the pain of their ancestors, the wounds of their ancestors, as well as the wounds we may have personally in our lives. But the warrior does not run from these wounds, you see. And the warrior does not wallow in them. The warrior faces them, has the strength to be present to them. Here is Hafiz again. The intelligent and the brave, and that means all of us, the intelligent and the brave open every closet in the future and evict all the mind's ghosts who have the bad habit of barfing everywhere. So in other words, fear. Fear is always about the future, isn't it? So we can also be stymied we can want to run because fear takes us over. And he says the mind's ghosts get triggered and we want to barf everywhere. But the warrior, the intelligent and the brave, stick around for that encounter as well. Now, these are some wonderful teachings, and of course there are more, but we find them in so many traditions about the warrior. Now, in the Western biblical tradition, there's a synonym for the word warrior that is used more often than warrior, but the warrior is used. In the biblical tradition, the word is prophet. I think prophet and warrior are very much synonyms. And the Rabbi Heschel, who wrote the classic work on the prophet, says the primary work of the prophet is to interfere. But there's a lot more to the work of the prophet as well. And it's interesting that in the biblical tradition, you have a celebration, really, of the Messiah as a warrior. And of course, in many Jewish understandings of the Messiah is really all of us. It's a call in a time of crisis. And certainly we can agree our species is going through a crisis time like none other at this time. At such a time, we're all called to be prophets and indeed messiahs. Now, Rabbi Heschel says there lies in the recesses of every human existence a prophet. Every human existence. So we're all warriors. We're all prophets. But we have to get deep. It's in our recesses. It's not just flying around at the top of our heads. It's in each of our chakras, and it's in the depths of our psyche and our soul that we have to bring up the prophet, bring up the warrior.